believe both of the front tires are flat at this point. It's really slowing down here on the 91 freeway eastbound right before the 5 freeway interchange, and it just may be that this truck doesn't have enough power to continue to drive on those rims at any type of high rate of speed. So it wouldn't surprise me if this is going to be over soon. We speculated they might use that spike strip, and they just got on the right part of the freeway, and they were able to throw that out, and that really turned out to be effective.
So, Scott, you saw them throw it out, or you saw it come out from the right side and not the left side of the freeway, not the center median?
No, I came out in the center divider. We were headed the other direction at that time.
Okay.
The vehicle got off on Euclid, got back on the 91 freeway westbound, and we're coming up on the 5. They were in the center divider. It looked to me like they got the right front when it made that turn away from us. And now that we're on this side of it, obviously it got the left front. So I'm not positive that both the front tires were hit with that spike strip, but it looked like it initially to me.
It would not be good for this U-Haul to stop in the middle of the freeway, though, at this hour.
No, it would. If it stops in the middle of the freeway, just to let everybody know exactly where it is. It's on the 91 freeway eastbound, westbound. It's on the 91 freeway westbound. It's the westbound side, right at the 5. And there is a lot of volume on the 91 west. That's the high volume side. So if this does stop right here, they end up having to shut down the roadway for a time, it could really affect your drive. We'll certainly keep you updated on that. Right now it's moving slowly. It's not a huge issue for traffic. If it gets into a center divider or gets off of the freeway, we'll probably be okay, but obviously they'd have to shut the freeway down for a time, and that could affect things. But it is moving slower and slower now. I don't believe it's going to be able to continue on for too much longer. I just think, you know, it's rear-wheel drive, but you've got all that weight up front. It's a heavy truck, and it's going to take a lot of power to continue to move this vehicle. You know, obviously it's the left front. It's really difficult to tell. It looks to me like the right front. I see a little wobbling of the tire maybe. Yeah, if you see that just by the bumper. So I think both the front tires are flat here, and I don't think they'll be able to continue too much further.
Okay, as we follow this, we're hoping that it is ending soon. We do have video on the right-hand side of your screen. There it is. After they sent out the spike strip, there it is. The CHP unit on the left-hand side was able to deploy a spike strip. The driver drove right over it. It flattened both the left and right tires. This was about a few minutes ago. And the suspect, you can see on the left-hand side of the screen, this is the live picture from Air 7 HD, slowing down to 29, 30 miles per hour. And video was on the right-hand side of the screen where you saw that spike strip actually being deployed. And Scott was mentioning that after you've been covering these for years and years, and clearly you have seen so many spike strips being deployed and ending pursuits such as this one.
Yeah, and you know, you can't always do it. They were able to do it because the vehicle was traveling a little slower than the rate of traffic, meaning it wasn't in the mix of traffic, and they were able to shut down the freeway behind the suspect and this vehicle, and then they were able to get it out. So certainly it's been an effective technique at this point, because I don't believe the vehicle can travel any faster than what you're seeing. It wouldn't surprise me if he's trying to go as fast as he can, and with the weight of that vehicle, he just can't continue on much further. We're really concerned about that spreading to the whole engine compartment, and then to the gas tank, and then the entire vehicle. Boy, look at how this has grown. This is really an issue now for the safety of that driver or anyone else on board that vehicle. This is Bellflower Boulevard, I believe, on the 91 freeway, just getting off. Hopefully the suspect just gets out of this vehicle and stops right now. But now we're on surface streets, and now we're looking at a fairly high rate of speed, really, considering that the whole side of the vehicle is on fire. And now you do have some other issues as far as this catching a tree on fire or hitting another vehicle, catching that vehicle on fire. So certainly there's a lot going on here that authorities have to try and deal with. Let's hope it stops here.
Yeah, and that's what's especially worrisome, Scott. I was just going to say, now that it's exiting, you know, this vehicle is close to building.
Stop,
it's
and
close
he's
to
out.
brush.
Rachel, look at that.
There he goes.
Yep.
So he made a run for it. CHP is right behind. The suspect will not get away. Threw a bag or something, went over that fence pretty quickly, grabbed whatever he had or his shoe that fell off, and this is going to end quickly. They'll get him. Open up wide for me if you would. I think that suspect will be in custody in just a moment. I want to see the truck. I want to see if it's going to erupt into flames. Suspect's not going to get anywhere. Another patrol car will be coming around that alleyway in a moment. They'll get him into custody. I'm worried about the vehicle. The suspect now trying to jump another fence. That'll make it a little more difficult for them to get him. Let's go back to the suspect for a moment so we don't lose him completely. Keep going left. I think it was going to come out right in that area right there, if I'm not mistaken. You can hold it there for just a second, and we'll go back and forth and try and see the vehicle. Now, they know it's on Bellflower Boulevard. It's on fire. I think that's a suspect right there. So they can get, they're going to be able to get fire units here pretty quickly. The suspect knows that he's cornered. He's going to try and jump over that fence or that wall. He's done that, and he may come right at us here. Open up a little bit so we can tell if he goes off in the other direction. But patrol cars will surround him pretty quickly. I'll keep an eye on that. Go to the right very quickly if you would, and let's see the truck once again. We need to get fire units into that. Bellflower Boulevard north of the 91 freeway is going to be shut down in both directions. Boy, look at that, completely encompassing that engine compartment. It's going to spread to the gas tank, then take over. Go back to the left real quick. Let's see what they're doing with the suspect. He was right in that area. I believe that might be him right there. Push into the center of your screen. No, that's just the top of the tree. So open up a little bit. We'll see where the suspect comes out. But they'll be able to get him.
Scott, on the right-hand side where that hedge of bushes is. That's where he was. I would think that he's somewhere in there next to the building. I wonder, is that an apartment complex?
Looks like it.
But last time...
You can see the door is opened there, but you're right. It was right behind there. It's tough for us because we can't see both at the same time. You see a patrol car on the top of your screen. They're going to get the suspect into custody. Here we go. Fire units are coming in now. They'll be able to put this out pretty quickly. But what a dramatic pursuit, though. You know, it was slow speed the whole time. We don't think anyone was injured. Suspect staying in that vehicle until it was almost fully engulfed and then getting out and making a run for it. But look at the flames now, just completely taking over that vehicle right there, just engulfing the cab portion and the engine compartment. And authorities still have to worry, is there anyone in the back of that truck? You know, probably not, but you never know for sure. The fire department will be on that in a moment. Let's open up a little bit once again and go left just to keep that in sight right there, to frame it right there, and let's see if we see the suspect. Open up a little bit more for me. You see a patrol car there. Is that the suspect there or an officer running towards that alleyway? So it looks like the suspect may still be back there, Leslie, in that area you just pointed out. You do see it looks like some residents may have come out of that apartment building. That's always a concern when a suspect runs into an area like that. If you see the officer there, if they may go into an apartment building or take someone hostage or, you know, do something like that that can still be a danger to the public. And you see the officer is looking over that wall there, and we saw the suspect right in that area, so he may have gone towards the apartment building. Let's open up a little bit more. You see the people out in front of the apartment building, and now you see fire units are just getting to that, but that truck is fully engulfed.
Yes, and they need to put that out before it explodes, I would imagine.
Yeah, diesel fuel, I doubt it's going to explode, but boy, it will really take off. I think they really know how to put these things out. They may have some water and foam. I'm not certain, but once they start getting water on this, I think they'll have it out pretty quick. And, you know, fortunately, it did not end on the 91 freeway. So the 91 freeway has been
We're looking at the right-hand side of the screen. Sorry, some video there of the suspect bailing out of the U-Haul truck. We still got your shot on the left-hand side of the screen, them extinguishing this, but we've got that shot video just a few seconds earlier. He's pitching a bag over the gate. He's going over a few fences, and that is where he disappeared.